Hey, it's Dougal,
What's up, everybody?
and I'm Coach. Welcome to Dougal and Coach, where we chat about all the fun things for the week, health related. Just a couple of friends chatting it up.
Yes,
Dougal,
sir. What's going on, bro?
best.
Talk to me.
Oh man, best and worst part of the week. Go.
Oh boy. All right, best part of the week. I went back in the office for the first time in a long time, so it was nice seeing a few coworkers and going back in the building and stuff. So that was pretty nice. Worst part of the week. Um, Paying my son's daycare fees. That's it.
Yo, not to derail us too much, man, but childcare and like child school and education is crazy expensive.
I did not know. Shout out to all the parents out there making it easier for their kids without their knowledge of it. Shout out to y'all.
Man, they left that out of the manual for the baby.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Somebody
Yeah.
was telling me, another friend of mine had a child and was telling me child care for the Bay Area was insane, like somewhere around 3,000 a month or something.
Dude, let me tell you something. Every day, and I'm sorry to say this, but
Hey, don't get fired.
forgive me. But I have to be truthful here. Listen, man, it makes it harder for the decision for a sibling to come along for my son. I'm just saying. He
the
may
math
be a
the math
he,
don't add up.
the math is not mathing, all right. He may be a solo dolo out here. I'm sorry.
Hey man, that's true. That's true. And I was actually talking to somebody else who was talking about how we're seeing smaller and smaller and smaller families, right? It wasn't that long ago where having eight, nine kids wasn't that crazy. Now
Yeah.
people see, like, for my family, for example, oldest of five, people see that and they're like, how did your parents do it? And I'll be thinking about that myself.
God bless him. That's what I will say to that. That's how you
I,
answer
s-
that question.
I say it every day. Appreciate you, mom. Appreciate you, pop.
Yeah, man. No doubt.
Bro, give them a little update of your health journey, man. What's going on?
Yeah, man. So I was well, if you guys been keeping up with us, I wasn't feeling that great last week and the week before, so I was finally back, I would say around 85, 90% this week. So I hit the gym, following the same program we've been on for the last few weeks with
What do you
my
mean 85, 90%? What happened?
in terms of like me getting back to how normal I would have normally felt. I guess I was kind of down and out
Noise.
from the cold or
Ah,
the flu or whatever I had. I know it wasn't the Rona, so hey. Um, well, regardless, whatever I had took me down for a couple of weeks, and I was happy to get back in the gym. Surprisingly, I had my best time completing the workout when I came back. So I think just that rest was needed in general. God probably was just working and saying, "Hey, man, you got to get sick and slow down for a little minute." But came back strong and uh, working on my nutrition. Taking my Unicity balance and Unimate and on some juice, on some fruits, trying to eat one meal a day. That's where I'm at right now.
bat. Um, with that said, bro, what's the top sports story of the week?
Oh man, there's a few stories out there in the world today. Let me see which one is gonna tickle your curiosity here. Um, I heard Carmelo Anthony might be returning to the Nuggets. It's a rumor.
Nah, nobody cares, man. It's too old.
All right. Bronny James is seeking. There's a possibility he might go to college instead of the G League.
All right, all right. I think there might be a little bit there. Now let me ask you this: you think that is thinking just marketing wise, right?
Mm-hmm.
For somebody like him, you think that's not thinking about his education, not thinking about anything of that nature, because we know, he's good. He's most likely going to be a ball player unless he's absolutely horrible. He's probably going to at least be a ball player for a little bit. You
Mm-hmm.
think it's better for him to go to college, a 4 year university, get the exposure of being in college, going to perhaps the tournament, getting all that television coverage and doing that, or do you think it's actually going to increase unnecessarily the level of pressure on Bronny to be like his dad?
I think this is exactly why he's even considering the college route to be unlike his dad. Because his dad never went to college. I think this might be something. If personally speaking, I see it as a way of him open up a different route to the league, doing something different than what his dad did. So I
Mm.
mean, I think the pressure is going to be there regardless. I mean, he's the son of LeBron James, so it's just a matter of where the pressure is coming from with this move.
Now, do you think, as a father yourself, you think LeBron is actually putting, and yes, there's pressure already, but do you think he's increasing the pressure by like putting it out there that he wants to play with Bronny?
That's a good point. It might be some extra pressure there for sure, but I also think it could be motivational in nature for Bronny. Be like, hey, I'm going to play in the league with my pops. But ultimately, um, it would be something that we've not really seen in I think on the NBA court before. So I think that would be pretty cool.
That's actually an interesting point. I don't know if that's never been on the court before. We got to look into that.
I,
Once we get a secretary, we'll get that. We'll get that going.
well, I got a question for you though, Coach. What was your best and worst part of the week?
Goodness gracious, what a natural question. I appreciate that, bro. That's a good question, actually. For me, worst part of the week is, man, it's hard for me to think about a worst part of the week. It's been a pretty good week. I
All
would
right,
say, I
make us
drove
all
down.
jealous.
I would say I drove a lot this week coming down to Southern California, setting us up. My wife and I are setting up to try to move down here, or not try to make moves down here. Best part is just kind of getting linking up with a buddy of mine down here, getting kind of a little bit of clarity. I said, like, man, you know, things that kind of come together, kind of
Hmm.
come together with that. So that's really nice. I'll say that was probably the best part so far. A lot of
That's
good
what's up.
things though, a lot of good little things happening,
Hmm.
and generally speaking, mindset has been really good. So all praise to the Most High. You know what I mean?
All right, and just to add on to what you said, it's nice when you as my coach, when you're in this kind of mindset and thriving, it kind of inspires me to keep going and trying to make more progress myself. So um I like to just give you a pat on the back. I don't know many people give coaches pat on the back, but I'm gonna give you a pat on the back.
Hey, that's necessary, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's
Yeah.
teamwork, and regardless of if you're a student, a teacher, or a student coach, whatever you want to call it, it is a give and take. It's a yin and yang. You kind of lean on each other to
Hmm.
really like make things happen. So, yeah, man, that's really important. Well, bro, we've got a little bit of time here. I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk about eating while traveling.
Hmm.
You gave some killer tips, whether it was last week or the week before, on eating while traveling. I've been doing the same thing traveling, as you can tell by my
Hmm.
background here. I'm in
Hmm.
a hotel, and man, I wanted to talk about. You seen me right before this. I crushed the balance,
Hmm.
uh, help control my carbon, my carb absorption, help
Hmm.
control my blood sugar, help me with bloating, help me with a whole bunch of other things. And I'm going to take that right before I go ham on this burrito I just got from Grand Central Market down in
Ooh.
LA. Man, it's
Mm.
and you were using the same system, bro. I wanted to ask you on camera to put it on wax. What was your real experience in like using that, and would you recommend it for the folks?
100%. Honestly, what it gave me was a peace of mind around my next meal,
Mm,
and that is worth my weight in gold. Honestly, just like
hmm
to eat something and feel guilt free, knowing that hey, I drank this, it's gonna help me digest it and help my stomach do what it needs to do. And combining that with everything else that we're doing is just the peace of mind is what it gave me. So definitely would recommend, especially for people just now like really wanting to make that transition into a more healthier lifestyle.
Oh,
So
that's huge, man. I would, it just as you were saying that, I would call that food freedom.
Food freedom. There you go.
Food freedom,
Let's
man.
put that on a
Travel.
t-shirt.
Yeah, my house. Hey, again, when we get a secretary, we'll make that happen. Food freedom, because
Oh
that's
yeah.
huge. Having this, having the guilt free, food freedom to eat what you want when you're on vacation, even when you're not.
Mhm.
Um, and knowing that, for the most part, obviously you're making good decisions. But
Yeah, yeah.
even when you don't, like this thing has your back, and it
There you
helps
go.
everything
Yeah.
keep moving. Yeah, I like that a lot. Man, I appreciate you sharing that.
Yes, sir.
Guys, we're out of time. That's it for us for this week. Dougal and Coach. Dougal, take us out, man.
All right. See y'all next time. Be breezy. Peace.
Peace.